When I first covered camping in Alaska, I never even heard of snowing. Hell, I didn't even know that there was an emo revival, and multiple at that. I figured Austin was just yapping about some band that helped influence his at the time. Nothing too special. But the more I covered other bands, I learned, and quite quickly, that snowing are legends. Emerging in 2008 from the ashes of Street Smart Cyclist, snowing quickly carved out a space for themselves in the growing emo revival scene, right next to bands like Tiger's Jaw, Glockamora, and Algernon Cadwallader. With emotional charged lyrics, fancy guitar work, and a fiercely DIY spirit, snowing quickly became a standout voice within the underground scene. Let's give the band their flowers and honor their legacy. This is the story of snowing. Snowing was formed in the Lehigh Valley and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in August of 2008. Members include John Galm on bass and vocals, Nate Dion on guitar, Willow Brazuk on guitar, and Justin Reniger on drums. This would happen right after Street Smart Cyclist's breakup, as John, Nate, and Willow wanted to continue making music under a new identity. Around this time, John was working as a theater projectionist, where he developed a friendship with Chris Rejek, who ran the record label Square of Opposition Records. This DIY label would become one of Snowing's early homes. The band's influences include The Boss, Braid, Archer of Loath, Pavement, At the Drive-In, Latterman, and others. Snowing would continue to play shows throughout the year and into 2009. On July 1st, Snowing would release their EP, Fuck Your Emotional Bullshit, via Square of Opposition Records. This EP quickly spread through online communities, which helped establish them as a cult favorite in the emo revival scene. Snowing would continue to play shows, and go on a sorta kinda maybe July tour. I couldn't find much on it, but it seemed like it was cut short due to equipment and van issues that made the tour a pain. They did, however, play some banger shows. On July 6th, they would play at the legendary Cabana House in South Bend, Indiana, with Midwest Pen Pals, Merchant Ships, Sleep Patterns, Grown Ups, and the Joint Chiefs of Math. Also on July 15th, they would play at the Nara Sushi in Richmond, Virginia, with Tiger's Jaw, Field Day, and Kite Party. During this stint of shows, they would release an exclusive tour tape with 2 songs on it, I Think We're in Minsk and So I Shotgunned a Beer and Went Back to Bed. During this year, they would also be featured on the 7524 compilation cassette tape with the single You Bring Something? No. Snowing would then continue playing shows into 2010. In 2010, Snowing would continue to play shows and write more for their upcoming album. On August 1st, Snowing would go on a tour that would last till the 14th with Glockamora. Some of the dates included My Heart to Joy and Into It, Over It. On December 4th, Snowing would release their one and only full-length album, I Could Do Whatever I Wanted, If I Wanted, via Count Your Lucky Stars Records and Square of Opposition Records. This album had over 25 different vinyl variants. The album further solidified their reputation, becoming a landmark emo revival record. The album showcased math rock-influenced guitar work, lyrical themes of anxiety, drinking disillusionment, and introspection, with shouted, often pitching, wavering vocals. Standout tracks, like I Think We're in Minsk and Why Am I Not Going Underwater, became anthems, within the scene.
Thank you. From the bottom of my fucking heart. I love playing music with these three, and I'm so thankful that you guys all came out to see us do it for the last time. So thank you so fucking much. And just have fun, okay? And take care of each other and have fun. That's all.
Snowing would continue to play shows throughout the remainder of the year. In 2011, Snowing embarked on their first and only full U.S. tour from May 18th through June 25th with Algernon Cadwallader and 1994. The day before this tour, the summer singles four-way split with Algernon Cadwallader, the 1994, Snowing, and Boys and Sex. This was a 7-inch vinyl and recorded at the Headroom Studios in Philly, Pennsylvania. After this tour, the band would announce their breakup via Facebook. I'm going to keep this short and hopefully fairly devoid of pompous self-importance. Snowing has come to an end at the ripe age of 3.5. That's over 90 in emo years. Words are really escaping me right now, so I'll just say this. We had a blast writing songs, driving across the country playing shows, and bibbing countless amounts of alcohol, and earning future gray hairs by reading all about ourselves on message boards. Thanks for everything. In an interview with Vice, John would mention that the band were talking about doing a really drastic change after the tour ended. In an interview with No Silence blog in 2012, John would add, I mean, bands break up. There's a variety of reasons for that. Neither Street Smart Cyclist nor Snowing made sense to continue doing on a personal level. So to keep it going just because it was successful would have been disingenuous. Their final show was on November 25th, 2011, at the First Unitarian Church in Philly, Pennsylvania. It was originally at the Fountain Hill American Legion in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, but was moved to Philly. This show had a stacked lineup, including Algernon Cadwallader, the 1994, The World is a Beautiful Place and I Am No Longer Afraid to Die, and Glaucomora. After the show and breakup, the band members scattered to pursue other projects. Believe it or not, this isn't the end of Snowing shows. Let's wrap this up by talking about reunion shows, a small tour in Japan, and Snowing currently. In 2016, Snowing reunited for 2 shows. The first was at the Broken World Fest in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on April 16th, a festival organized by The World is a Beautiful Place. Bands who shared the stage included Into It, Over It, Empire, Empire, I Was a Lonely Estate, and Dowsing. The second show was at the Square of Opposition Records' 15th anniversary show in Allentown, Pennsylvania, on July 15th through the 17th. Speaking of Square of Opposition, this year would also see the release of That Time I Sat on a Pile of Chocolate, a retrospective. This release would be a remaster of all the songs Snowing had released in one package. In 2019, the band reunited for a brief tour in Japan. The tour started on November 24th and lasted till the 27th, playing shows in Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya. In 2022, Snowing reunited once again for a one-off reunion show on August 27th at the DIY Super Bowl Fest, hosted by the 4333 Collective at the Ukrainian American Citizens Association, also known as the Yuki Club, in Philly, Pennsylvania. Snowing shared the stage with bands such as Oolong, Short Fictions, Ugly, and Lisa. All the proceeds went to the Trevor Project Transgender Legal Defense Fund. Fast forward to this year, and Snowing announced a full reunion tour, their first since the Japan dates. They went on a 5-day tour and opened for post-hardcore legends, Bear vs. Shark. This tour lasted from April 9th through the 13th. They will be playing New Friends Fest 25 in Toronto, Canada for the first time, from August 1st through the 3rd. On October 10th through the 12th, Snowing will be heading to downtown Las Vegas to play at the Best Friends Forever Fest. Chris Diam, who played in the 1994, was made an official member of Snowing. Nate is still in the band, but had other obligations for the year. After reading their post on their website, it seems like we may see more Snowing in the future. And that's a pretty rad thing. In just a few short years, Snowing left a lasting mark on a genre that was still finding its way back into the spotlight. Their music, chaotic but sincere, captured a moment in time, a voice for those who are navigating adulthood, anxiety, and everything in between. From basement shows in the Lehigh Valley to reunion stages across the globe, Snowing's story is one of fleeting brilliance and enduring influence. And as they continue to defy expectations, one thing is clear: the legacy they've built still matters, to the scene and to the people who grew up with it. Thank you for watching.